Hi, welcome to Bruce's Garage. I'm Bruce and this is my garage. Is it rinseless or rinseless? And why does it even matter? Well, we're going to use this stuff right here and I'm going to share my view and how I use it to clean my Toyota 4Runner. So come on in and let's have some fun. Well, I've been detailing another car for the past few days that's been in my garage. So that meant that my 4Runner had to sit outside. Well, it rained and the old sprinkler from my house actually attacked my car. So it's a great time for me to use that stuff, the Rinseless or Rinseless. More on that later. Anyway, we're going to use that to clean the car. It's not heavily soiled. And I'm going to talk to you about how do I use this stuff? How do I use rinseless wash in a safe and effective manner? Because you've got to use it correctly if you want to be successful and not damage the surface. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my 1 ounce into 2 gallons of water. I've already got a mix of the same amount in my IK foam sprayer, which I'm going to use to pre-soak the vehicle. That is an important step, is that we want to make sure that we're pre-soaking everything so that the dirt starts to become emulsified, it kind of gets encapsulated by the rinseless wash and therefore doesn't cause damage to the surface when we remove it. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is, as I said, I'm just going to spray down the vehicle with the rinseless wash. This again helps encapsulate any dirt that is on there right now before we apply our contact wash. The idea here again is just to pre-treat that surface. This vehicle is not very dirty, and in fact, the ABCs, my ABCs of Rinseless, A is avoid heavily dirty vehicles. So if your vehicle's heavily soiled, you got lots of mud and stuff, Rinseless is not a great choice. So we've already talked about, I was going to tell you about the ABCs, and A was avoid heavily soiled vehicles for Rinseless. B is before the contact wash, pre-spray. So we've done that. Okay, I've got the Legacy sponge, and the last of my ABCs is to compress the sponge. And you want to compress it to where it's just about dripping. All right, the vehicle is all clean. Remember the ABCs of rinseless washing. A, avoid the heavily soiled vehicle. It's not a great candidate for a rinseless wash. B, before the contact wash, we're going to pre-spray, pre-wash with the rinseless. C, when we're using that Legacy sponge, we're going to clamp down on that just to the point where it's on verge of dripping, because you want it to absorb moisture and dirt from the vehicle surface, so you don't want it too wet. Now, is this a rinseless wash or rinseless? I think it's both. And the reason I think it's both is I use it as a rinseless wash, meaning I'm not dragging a hose out. I'm not using free-flowing water. And the reason I like that is I think about people that live in an apartment or don't have access to free-flowing water or in a water conservation area. I think we lose some of the value of this product if we think of it as you still have to have a hose. Now, is the best way probably to do it as a rinse-less wash, meaning after the contact wash you don't have to rinse, but you would pre-spray with your rinseless, then rinse the surface, then begin the contact wash, and you wouldn't have to rinse. That's the rinse-less method. I hope that you've learned a few things. I hope you found this video helpful. By the way, the water spots are out. I'd love to show you, but you really can't tell because they were really hard to see in the first place, and I couldn't capture that well on video, but they're gone. So that worked also. Please give me a thumbs up if you found this helpful. I'd love it if you subscribed, and please just remember to go out, have some fun detailing your car. Thanks for coming to my garage. Have a great day.